Hello guys, I'm welcoming you to today's question. Let's read today's question. A rectangular plate of 0.6 meter wide and 1.2 meter deep lies inside a water body such that its plane is at an angle 45 degree with the horizontal. The top edge is 0.70 meter deep inside water surface. Determine the total pressure force on one side of the plate and find the center of pressure. Okay, now let's understand what is this hydrostatic force and how it acts and what is center of pressure. Okay, so guys, let's suppose this is water. Okay, and this is a plate inside the water surface. Okay, and this is air, and this is water air interface. Okay, so in this question, the questioner has asked to find out the hydrostatic force. Okay, now let's understand how hydrostatic force will act on this plate. Okay, in this question, the questioner has asked to find the hydrostatic force on one side of the plate. Okay, why this is so? Because the hydrostatic force will act on both of the surfaces, yes or not, on this surface and on this surface also. So they in both of the surface they will balance out each other, so you can find out the net force on them. So in order to find the force, you need to consider only one surface. Okay, then only you can find out the force. If you will consider both of the surface, then they will cancel out each other, and you will not be able to find out the force, magnitude of the force. So for the magnitude of the force, we have to consider only one side. Okay, so let's suppose this is the side. Okay, the upper side. And uh, what is hydrostatic force and who creates it? The hydrostatic force is created by the pressure. Okay, pressure force is the hydrostatic force. A body is inside the liquid, it means the liquid will exert some pressure on it. The pressure will cause some force. That force is called hydrostatic force. Okay, one more question: whether the pressure is uniform on this plate or not? No, it is not uniform, because the vertical distances, okay, the vertical distances of all the points, for suppose this point, it is something like this. Okay, for this point, let's suppose this is like this. Okay, and for this point, let's suppose this is like this. For this point, let's suppose this is like this. So the vertical is not constant, it is changing from point to point. So the pressure exerted by the fluid on the body will also change. Okay, for suppose the pressure exerted on this point will be higher because the vertical distance is more. For the pressure exerted on this point will be a bit lower than the previous force, because the vertical distance is a slight less. So again this will decrease, 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 decrease. So you cannot directly find out the force. Okay, so there is a method, a derivation, in which a small portion is taken, then what is the pressure on that section is taken, find out, then we find out the force on that section, then we integrate for the all the plate. Okay, from that derivation we have some results. Okay, we can use that result in any of the flat surfaces. So let's first check out that result, then we will use that result in the given question. Okay guys, before that we need to understand one more thing. Okay, these forces are varying, but there will be, we can make a certain force. Okay, we can assume that this force will act on on a certain point. Let's suppose this force will act on the resultant of all this force. Let's suppose act on this point. Okay, this is the resultant of all these forces. Okay, and that force is known as hydrostatic force. Okay, this is the resultant of all the forces. and and one more thing, where it will act, the where it will act, this point. Okay, this point, let's suppose this point, and the vertical distance of the point from the free surface will be called center of pressure. Okay, center of pressure. These are the two important things you need to understand. So now let's write the expressions for center of pressure and hydrostatic force, and it has a derivation but no need to do here. So let's just remember the formulas. Okay, here we have the formula. We need to understand and remember this formulas. So what is F? F is hydrostatic force. And what is this W? W is rho into G, rho of liquid into G. A, area of the plate. Okay, and this formula are valid for all the shape of the plate. Okay, this should not be a rectangular or anything, any shape of the plate. What is X bar? X bar is very important. X bar is the, okay, X bar is the vertical distance of center of gravity from free surface. Okay, vertical distance of center of gravity from free surface. Okay, and what is H? H is the center of pressure. Okay, what is center of pressure? Center of pressure is called point of application of hydrostatic force. Okay, point of application. And what remained? Okay, Ig. Ig is the center of Ig is moment of inertia about the center of gravity. Okay, about axis passing through the center of gravity. Theta, you know, the angle of inclination. Okay, all the things we know. So you just remember this formula, okay, and its notations in order to solve any question. Okay, one more thing here I want to give you, that this Ig for a rectangular plate is given by BDQ by 12. Okay, B is the breadth, D is the depth. Okay, and let's solve the question right now. Okay guys, uh, here is the rectangular plate. Okay, 0.6 meter wide and 1.2 meter depth. Okay, lies inside the water body such that its plane is at an angle 45 degree with the horizontal. So this angle, okay, this is the plate. Okay, this is the front view of the plate. Okay, don't be confused by both of the view. I have shown both of the view in a single frame so that you can easily understand and relate the height and breadth. Okay, this is the front view and this is the top view. Okay, this is a single plate but two views I have shown. Don't be confused. Okay, so this angle is 45 degree and the top edge is 0.70 meter deep inside water surface. So this is the top edge. Okay, what is the top edge? The edge near to the water surface. Okay, this is the nearest edge and this is the top edge, and this is 0.7 meter deep inside water surface. Determine the total pressure force. Okay, pressure force is our hydrostatic force, and center of pressure. Okay, this is our H. So these two things we need to find out from this figure. Okay, now let's write the formula again. Okay, in this formula, this is the formula for hydrostatic force and this is the formula for center of pressure. Okay, in this formula, let's see what are the things we know already. We know W. Okay, W is rho of water and G. Okay, A we know, A is 0.6 into 1.2. Okay, X bar we need to find out these things, and X bar it is again. Okay, okay, this is I have mistakenly forgot the bar. Okay, mention it in the last question also. This is X bar again. Ig we know, it will be BDQ by 12. Okay, so it will be around I think 0.6 into 1.2 q by 12. Okay, So ig we know, theta we know that is 45 degree, and x bar we need to find out, a we also know. Okay, so all the things are very clear, but we need to find out this x bar. Okay, because it is used in both of the expressions. Okay, so first we need to find out the x bar. What is x bar? X bar, I have said, the vertical distance of center of gravity from the free surface. Okay, this is the front view and this is the top view. Okay, this is the front view and this is the top view. So okay, let me make you understand it in another figure. So this is the front view and this is the top view. So you cannot say about we cannot comment about the center of gravity by just looking at the front view. Okay, so let's first see, this is the top view. Okay, okay, is it a rectangle? The center of gravity will lie somewhere here or not? Okay, somewhere here. So we can write this is g. So okay, we, and this g will correspond to this point or not? This point. Okay, so we need to find out this height. Okay, one. Okay, I have mistakenly said this is h, but this is, will be not be h, this will be x. Okay, this will be x bar. Okay, the center of gravity, so this will be x bar. Okay, so we need to find out this distance, that is called x bar. So how to find out this distance? If you will see, it is two parts. Okay, I am just making one dashed line here. Okay, this x bar has two parts. Let's suppose this point is a, this point is b, this point is c. So we can write x bar is equal to ab plus bc or not? Okay, so what is ab? AB we know directly that this is 0.7 meter. Okay, this height is equal to this height, so this height is equal to 0.7 meter. The thing is, we need to find out the BC. What is BC? BC is this height. Okay, so if we'll, okay, let's suppose this is the point, suppose D. Okay, so if you will see, there is a triangle that is BC and D. So I am here drawing the triangle. This is BC, D. Okay, let's suppose this is B, this is C, and this is D. Okay, can you comment about the angle? This angle, this angle will be equal to this angle or not? That is 45 degree. So this is 45 degree, this is 90 degree, and this will be again 45 degree. We need to find out this height. Okay, so what we know about this? We know CD or not? Just look at the question and you'll try to figure out what is the value of CD. Okay, CD will be half of this length or not? The length, CD will be half of this length. What is this length? This is 1.2 meter. Okay, this is 1.2 meter, so half of this will be 0.6 meter. So CD, okay, CD will be 0.6 meter. Yes or no? CD, okay, from here to here, as this is total is 1.2 meter, it is half of this, so this is 0.6 meter. Yes or no? Okay, yes. So this is 1.2 meter, this is CD. So by applying what, cos theta, cos theta, and it means cos 45 will be b by h. B by h means, okay, I'm writing, so cos 45 will be b by h, that is bc by cd. Yes or no? So bc by cd we know that is 0.6 meter. So bc from here can be found out. Okay, so bc will be 0.6 into cos 45. Yes or no? Hope you have guys have understood this. So cos 45 value we know that is 1 by root 2. 0.6 into 1 by root 2 will be 0.4243. So we have found out BC. Okay, now let's see. Okay, where we have written here. So we have found out BC. Okay, that is 0.4243. We have found out AB already. Okay, AB 0.7 meter. Okay, okay, this value will be 0.7. Okay, plus 0.4243. So the x bar will be a plus b, that will be 1.1243 meter. So this is our x bar. Hope you guys have understood it well. So now let's go to our original problem here. So we have found out x bar. Okay, x bar will be 1.1243. So now let us find out all these values. Okay, so row of water is 1000 into 9.81, that is 9810. Area is 0.6 into 1.2, that is equal to 0.72, okay, meter square. Okay, Ig will be 0.0864. Okay, we have found out W A x bar Ig. Okay, now let's put all this value into our formula. So from here we can say, okay, F, that is hydrostatic force, will be W A x bar. W we know 9810. A is 0.72 meter square, into x bar we found out 1.1243. We just need to find out this value and it will come around 7.925 kilo Newton. So this is our hydrostatic force. Okay, now find out the center of pressure. Okay, so center of pressure will be H will be x bar 1.1243. Okay, plus Ig 0.0864 sine square theta. Okay, sine square, okay, theta is 45 degrees, sine square sine 45 is 1 by root 2, sine square 45 is 1 by 2. So I am just writing in the denominator, that is 2. Okay, that will I will write later. A is 0.72. Okay, so A 0.72 to x bar. X bar is 1.1243, and for the sine square theta I will write 2. Okay, so from here we know we can find out the answer, that is 1.177 meter. So this is our answer for today's question. Let's show the values in a figure so that we can easily grasp the concept that what I have today, what I have said today. Okay, so let's I'm showing here. Okay, so okay, again I have made a mistake, that is this is not H, this is our x bar. Okay, so yes, what was our force? F was 7.925 kilonewton, and center of pressure was 1.177 meter. Okay, so let's show our pressure. So okay, the press, okay, if you'll see one thing, the pressure is increasing in the downward direction. Okay, so the force will also increase in the downward direction. So obviously the center of pressure will lie below the center of gravity, yes or no? Because the forces in the downward direction are more as compared to the upward direction from the center of gravity. So definitely the center of pressure will be shifted towards the magnitude of more force, so it will shift towards the downward direction of center of gravity. So I am showing pressure somewhere here. Okay, you I think you have got the logic why I have shown center of pressure somewhere here. Okay, so now let's show the center of the force. Okay, somewhere here will our force will act, and this is our force, and this is our center of pressure. So this is all for today's question. Hope you have understood the concept and formula. So thank you. If you have watched the video completely, just hit the like button, and if you have any doubt, write in the comment section, and just subscribe the channel. Thank you. Let's meet in the next video.